Hello, everyone. I'm Christine Gold, psychic medium Christine Gold. and yeah, surprise. Doing a little mid month, mid November check in. And I'm welcoming you all in. Come on in. I'm also happy to be here. I'm also in Happy Adventure, Newfoundland, where the people, the hearts, the souls of Newfoundland are strong, but the internet is not. So if something happens, if somehow we lose each other, I will try again at a different time, a different day. But here we are. Here we are. So just taking this time to do a little check in. I'm also doing something I haven't done in a very long time, which is pull some cards. So if you're here and you're joining live, say hello. Let me know where you're from. If you're new, uh, say hello either way, even if you're on the replay. And please share this out. So, like they say, there ain't no party like a live party. So let's bring all of that energy in, and bring your crystals. Um, I've got this really funky USB lighter. I don't know if anybody's ever seen one or has one. Get your candles out. So we're just going to light this candle. There we go. Candle is lit. Who doesn't love candles? Who doesn't love crystals? Who doesn't love energy, right? We all are energetic, spiritual beings having a human experience, are we not? All right. So I've got that. If you want to know where to get these, let me know. I can hook you up as well as candles. I will give a shout out to Natura Soy. They are Alberta based. They're Canadian. So, I mean, it's that time of year. You got to support your local businesses, your local business people, because they're me, they're you, we all know somebody that has a business. And it's always nice to be supported. Even if you're sharing, if you can't, by financially, by money, there's other ways that you can donate your time, your energy, your mind, right? There's always some way, prayer. Um, if it's heart based and you're leading with your heart, that's really all that matters. So I don't know if you follow me on YouTube or Facebook, but I do a monthly energy update. And the insights for November were really about expression and perception. Now, since 2020, and even before that, we have been highly expressive. Um, and now I'm asking for all of us to go back a little, take a step back. And I've taken a step back, even from social media. I've I have over 600 pieces of video content on YouTube. I've done the work. I've put in the work. I'm still doing the work, but the work is in a different way, where it's more about holding space, holding an intention. I have been, well, as you can see behind me, the amount of books and music, it's mind blowing. So I feel like I'm in a library. Now, this is not my home. I am a guest. Um, and the person, he used to work for CBC Radio. So, I mean, it makes a lot of sense that there's all of these books and all of this music behind me. Hundreds of books and hundreds of pieces of music. But one of the books I picked up, and I do have a past life, I have a soul connection with Edgar Casey. Now, Edgar Casey, you know, is talking about Atlantis. I mean, if you go back to all of his He's known as a sleeping prophet, and he's done thousands of readings. You can go check him out if you don't know who he is. But his son and his family took on this book. It's by Edgar Evans Casey with the editor of Hugh Lynn Casey. He's known as the sleeping clairvoyant, revealing the mysteries of the strange lost continent and predicts where and when it will rise again. We all have a past life in Atlantis, FYI, and Lemuria and Palladian and Sumerian and Lyrian. And I say we're all extraterrestrial. And you can add, in the comments too, who and what resonates with you. And all of these past lives are being uncovered. Now, do we need to know every single one? Absolutely not. That's something the ego wants to do. But in this book, he talks about the third war, the unseen war. What does that mean to you? What's the first thing that comes to you when you hear that, when you feel that, when you step into that? I mean, I talked about it. It's thoughts. Thoughts become things. So if you're projecting out hate and jealousy and envy, they talk about that, really, if it doesn't come from love, it's not coming from peace. It's not who we are. And it's also about viruses, and it's also about technology, AI. And he wrote in here, and even Plato talked about how we are repeating what Atlantis has done. We're repeating what the Egyptians have done. We're on repeat. I feel that we're seeing this, and that's why instead of expressing ourselves, we're going into perception mode. So, um, yeah, I thought I'd bring that book up. And then this one was from 2000. And the interesting thing about this book, it's hilarious. It was written in 1968. 90 cents. 90 cents. When's the last time you bought something for 90 cents? There's dollar stores, but there's not a lot of things that are a dollar anymore, right? Another book that I picked up from 2003 is Shaman Wisdom, Shaman Healing by Dr. Michael Samuels and Dr. Mary Rockwood Lane. Because what tends to happen with spirituality is either we're just so woo, 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 like way out there. And I'm not saying, don't poo poo the woo woo. We have to live in that we are magic. But then there's that ego side that wants it to be confirmed by science. We have to meet here in the heart. We already know. We are all shamans. And this book is absolutely spectacular. I mean, I'm only into the third chapter, and, he's talking about how this woman was brought in to basically die. She was on her deathbed, and he asked for an indigenous shaman, a healer, to come into the hospital. So he performed his ritual ceremony, hours of drumming and chanting. And hours later, she came back to life, literally. So he witnessed the miracle. And he talks about how we are all shamans. I truly believe that. It's not something that you get a certificate in. And we all have the tools to heal, as he says. And it really requires a slow development of body sensitivity. And that's what I teach, is because we're all sensitive, right? So we really need to hone in to who we are, And he talked also about that Native Americans using the term shaman, they feel their culture is being stolen from them. And he says, we apologize for what has been done to Native Americans, indigenous. But no one people owns the term shaman. Very important. No one people owns the term shaman. It is the first term for the spiritual healer of any people. Once you say, well, it's only for this type of person, you are living in ego. You are living in the shadow. You have the right to this teaching. It is a teaching of the earth and the spirits of Gaia, of Mother Earth, not of one culture, because the earth speaks to all of its children, and we are the children, and this is the earth that we're on right now. Are we not? So, diving more into this, I'm really being called to it because I know that I have a past life as a Buddhist. I also have a past life as in the indigenous culture, and now I know why I'm always been so drawn to the culture and why I want to learn more about the teachings and about the ceremony and about the people. Because really, that's what it's about. It's about curiosity, and it's about following your curiosity. So, what are you curious about? What do you love? What are you naturally drawn to? What lights you up when you talk about something? Those are your little breadcrumbs and your little lights, your little clues from the universe, from your guides, angels, loved ones, from God. And are you following? Are you taking heed? All right. So let me know if you would love a card. Don't be shy. And I only have one deck right now, but I'm waiting for Sean Leonard's deck. A really good friend of mine, a mentor as well. And I've been asking, like I said, where I was talking about Indigenous, and I'm looking to learn more about the culture. And he reappeared again. First time was 2.5 years on my podcast. He was on my podcast, Heart Led Soul Fed, and then we met in person. Oh my, a month and a half ago, and he's offered, his help, his guidance, and I really appreciate it. I really do. His new book, Spirit Talker, is out. It's already a bestseller. And Wisdom of the Elders. That's the deck. I'm quite drawn to it because it is shamanism. It really is. It doesn't matter what label or whatever you put on it. It's really about wisdom, and it's about teaching, and it's about learning. We're all students of the universe. Oh, interesting. The bottom card, I mean, this is from the Light Seers Tarot, and because I'm a nomad and I travel around, I am not carrying 25 decks in my luggage. I wouldn't have any clothes. And I love this deck because it really leans on the light. I mean, she does bring up the shadow aspect. She does both because it's duality. We are yin and yang. We are light and we are shadow. So, the bottom card, funny enough, is the 10 of Cups. And I know we just had that new moon in Scorpio, and that's all about the underworld, um, water, emotions. There was some funky stuff going on, that's for sure. But the 10 of Cups is emotional happiness. I mean, look at this, the happy family, the rainbow, the energy, the swirls. Um, and tens are naturally abundant as well. If you look that up, if you love numerology, you might want to look into that a little bit more. But yeah, it really, when I see this, it's just happy family, happy times. Rest and know that you are taken care of, that you live in a state of oneness by bringing harmony and love to all my relationships. And really, that is the number one reason we're here. I mean, yes, we're here to heal, but at the end of the day, we're here for relationships with ourselves, with others, and with God. And this is about community and soulmates and heart opening and wholeness and expansion. And soulmates is not just, romantic, okay? People that you meet, you're like, wow, I've felt like I've known you. Yeah, in another lifetime. We are all mirrors and reflections of each other. We are all mirrors and reflections of each other. And if you find you're being triggered or you're feeling jealous or envy, I say, please, investigate where that comes from and do a deep dive and bring a notepad and a pen and take notes because there's something in that person that triggers you that you don't have and you want. And there's a thing about needs and wants too. There's a thing about needs and wants. I if you don't follow me on YouTube, it's the only place I left it and on my podcast, but I had a channel from Matthew Perry. Um I had just learned that he passed and I'm in the bathtub, long story short, channeling came through. Uh and if you read his book and you know a little bit about him, he said he got on his knees and prayed he wanted to be an actor. Wanted, needed. He needed wanted both. He just desired it so much. And then he got it. And he talks about what happened when he got it. It didn't make him happy. I think that's the biggest lesson is we all think if we have the $1,000,000, if we have Prince Charming or Cinderella or whatever that fairy tale is, that we're going to be happy and that's going to solve everything. Um, and he said it was a hole in his soul he couldn't fill, even with the alcohol. And he also remembers when he had that drink. He was 14 and he was hanging out with his two buddies. And his friends drank like it was nothing, but for him, he said it was a euphoria, something he's never experienced before. Now, I'm sure there's people out here that drink. I used to drink. I quit January 1st, 2023. And I know the feeling because he was never allowed to be himself. He never felt seen. He never felt heard. He never felt appreciated. He was always the guy on the outside. And I know there's lots of us out there. Call it black sheep, weird, don't fit in, ostracized, kicked out, put in a corner, shamed, blamed, abused, guilted, terrorized, whatever that happens to be for you. So and I was always drawn to Chandler. I was always drawn to him and Friends. There was something about him, something that resonated with me in him. There was a softness in him, even through his sarcasm and his wit and his charm. I saw through that. There was pain. And I guess what I'm saying is that's what I'm always drawn to is the pain in people right away. The people that are always like, big smile on their face. I'm like, that's a mask. I see right through it. I can feel right through it. Anyways, so if you want to, and then I've had people ask me if I do a channel for Britney Spears and for Justin Timberlake. I'm like, well, they're alive. I mean, I am a medium, but I just, and then I'm like, they're celebrities. I don't want to do celebrities, but then I'm like, no, they're not. They're people. Hello. It's the most ridiculous thing. So if there's someone that maybe you want to connect with, whether it's a loved one or they're a celebrity, or you're feeling really drawn to that you'd like maybe meet a channel, let me know. I'm very curious. I'm very curious. Oh, hi, Lizzie. First time seeing you. Well, it's my first time seeing you too. Hello, Lizzie. Thank you for joining. And if you'd like a card, um, just comment card and then share, and we'll see what we have for you. Um, I mean, I just pulled one for collectively can go back. It's the 10 of Cups, which I feel is really yeah, huge, huge. It's like we're developing something really new. Hmm. Okay, Lizzie. I guess anyone who would like a card, let me know. I don't do yes or no because you have free will. But actually, if you go back and look it up, it's God's will. It's never our will. We'd like to think it is, right? So I'm just asking and seeing what's coming forward here. Huh. I guess the Lizzie, the first I'm just going to bring you up here. I'm waiting for the card to come through here as well. All right. Making sure that this is the card. Now, oh, okay. So it's a tower reversed. Interesting. And she makes these cards look really cute, by the way. Because if I turn it around, it's a squirrel and you got birds and you got look at the lightning. There's a flash. We all know what tower moments are, right? Um, and the card number, I have a little more light, is 16. So I don't know if ones or sixes or even sevens stand out for you. Um, and reversals are not bad. I see that a lot. People think that if it's reversed, it's negative. It's not. It's just a call for you to pay attention. And they're talking about the shadow side, like life is kind of stale. There might be a refusal to change, fear of the unknown, and somehow avoiding a disaster. And then there might be a little bit of denial. But I see towers as like the phoenix rising. Like when there's a fire, it's a regeneration. But when I was tuning in, yeah, I'm getting like, for some reason, I'm getting this word grit. So I'm not sure, something about your brother, grit. He had a lot of grit, or he was gritty, or something was gritty. When I think of grit, I think of, being tough, having that exterior of being tough, determination. When someone has grit, they just push through everything. So I guess that's like the biggest message feeling that I'm getting right now. Um, yeah, and I'm getting a lot of heat on the right side as well. So, hmm, okay. So I'm hearing pressure. There was a lot of pressure. Um, hmm. Trying to push through. I'm getting this message of trying to push through. And at some point in between, there was a pause. So I'm hearing grit, pressure. I'm feeling a lot of heat, like on the right side. So something to do with the right side. Hmm. Oh, okay. So when you think right side, you feel like you're analyzing all the time. You're in your head, you're in your ego. You might even say that is a shadow. So living in the shadow, living in, and of course, when we think of shadow, we think of, darkness, heaviness, negativity. Um, we're all prone to negativity. Oh, yeah. I'm really feeling like confused and a battle of the mind, a real battle. Wow, okay. So I'm getting this image of sword fighting, like an actual battle of the mind. Like, so when I think swords, I think air energy, and it definitely goes to the mind. So there was some, yeah, there was some issues with the mind, with thoughts, with the whole process of the mind. Yeah, but I'm still getting this, like, a lot of heat on the right side, like a lot of pressure. So I don't know if he suffered, if there was a blow here, or there was just a lot of pressure on this side of the head. You can confirm that for me. Funny. And then he just and he for some reason he likes to joke, and I felt that was a way of him defending being, you know how people will joke all the time because 'cause they're trying to cover something up. They're trying to pretend like everything is okay. They're trying to deflect because they don't wanna go there. That's what I'm hearing. Mind over matter. And he laughs. Mind over matter. Oh my gosh, okay. Um, and the mind doesn't matter. Okay. I guess that's his message to you is that the mind doesn't matter. You are all heart and he was all mind. And he really wishes he had the balance. There was no duality. Do you know what I'm saying? There was no yin and yang. It was all yang and it was all mind. There was no heart. And you are the heart of the family. You were the softy. I'm hearing soft, really compassionate, really tender. Um, that's what I'm hearing. Okay. Yeah, so she's just saying grit and pressure could be to do with his passing, and yes, his mind was in a battle, and there yeah, definitely would have been a blow to the head not received. Oh my goodness, okay. Yeah, there was a like you have confirmed, that's what I was receiving, and of course, if we're doing a one-on-one session, the information, of course, would be deeper because I also access my dream journal, which, you know, loved ones' messages would come through. I'm writing them down. When I'm doing in person or group mediumship readings and events, that's how I start is dream journal. And all this stuff starts coming out in names and things that I how would I know? I like going in blind because that's the only that otherwise the ego gets in the way. So and just screws everything up as always. So um yeah, that's what I'm imparting to you. Um he says he could feel that you were close, like you were there. You were always there. There was a real closeness to you. And you know, I'm getting that the prayer hands. I guess that's why I'm doing this. And he's wow. He's imparting that the other side is heaven, heavenly heaven. And he wants to impart that heaven is on earth, even though he's not he's there, just not in a physical form. And he's going like this. He's like he's guiding you. You're being shown two paths. So go with your heart is what he's saying. If that makes sense. I don't know if you're at a crossroads right now. So let me know if that resonates with you. I would love to assist you further. I mean, my sessions are more than mediumship, they're shamanic, they're soul. You know, we're doing Akashic past lives, medical intuitive as well. So, and picking up on your animals too, if there were animals with you now or in a past life as well. Because we're all connected. And as we're moving forward into the golden age of Aquarius, telepathy, whoo, let me tell you, telepathy. We are all connected. You know, when you think about the roots of a tree or even mushrooms, they have that network. We're all connected. We absolutely are. You do feel him around, and we were close, and you can talk to him at any time before you go to bed. Just ask him to come in and give you more information. Just talk. like you would to yourself, which I feel you do that a lot already. So include him in the conversation. And you have animals on both sides. Of course you do. You're an empath, right? Uh, yeah. Just reading the photo there, the energy right away. Absolutely. So, mm. And there's something to do with the medical world or the medical field, and that might be part of your crossroads there. So I am gonna disconnect from that right now, but just a reminder of your card, the tower reversed. Yeah, big changes are afoot right now. Hi, John. Just gonna see what we have for you. And please share this out. Maybe tag a few friends, family, acquaintances. Let's see what's coming through for John here. Nope. Thought I had a card flip. No, I heard the flip, but it didn't flip over. Normally, is there anything normal? No. Uh, okay. So I've got the Eight of Swords, and it is upright. Now, sword energy is air energy, is thoughts. It's all about the thoughts. It's all about what's in the air. And as you can see, she's kind of bound and tied. So living in the I mean, it's funny, we were just talking about the mind. Feeling stuck, open your eyes, unveil the truth, having more options than you thought, and an opportunity to let go of an old story. Like I had mentioned before, thoughts become things, and we become prisoners of our thoughts. And when we live in the right brain, the analytical side, we tend to be on a continuous loop of limitations, old stories, old beliefs, old thought patterns. So there and it's funny, she is like this is like a mirror reflection. That's not really who you are. Yeah, and I'm hearing like a new identity. Um and when you see crows, I mean crows are quite spiritual. They could be a totem for you as well. But I also see crows as the people around you squawking and telling you what to do. That could be your mind chatter too. And you have the key. Like if you are chained, you are your own jailer. You can release yourself at any time. But when you're caught up in this swirl, this mental swirl, that I like to call it a swirl, a whirlpool, a cesspool, it really is, you start to get pulled down. And then you're in that lower vibration where we want to, healing is upwards and it's a spiral. I feel like you've been doing a lot of healing though. And you've hit this, yeah, we call it a plateau. You can call it whatever you want. But yeah, you've hit this plateau. Oh, I know, because you're going to do something real big and scary, and it's bringing you out of your comfort zone. Here we go. Yep. And that's when we tend to go this way, all in the mind. Oh no, I can't do it. It didn't work out before. People are saying I'm crazy. You're going to do the opposite. You're going to do the opposite. You're going to do the opposite. That's what I'm picking up. Yeah. Oh. I'm picking up like for I want it like a young mastermind. I don't know what that means. So you're mastering your mind, or mastermind is you need a group of people who are like you, but different, maybe excelling at things that you want to do. Though that's what you need to surround yourself with. Masterminds, people who are like, wow, people that inspire you, people that are smarter than you. Always surround yourself with positive people. Yeah, you're a gentle soul too. So you pick up energies and vibrations. And this could be the crows too. Um, so I don't know if you have a sanctuary, if you create sanctuary, if you practice meditation and prayer, if you have any spiritual practices. Edgar Casey talks about spiritual protection. Do you have a way of protecting yourself? Do you know how to protect yourself? So that's what I'm imparting to you. And the affirmation is I'm free to choose my healing and my light. I love that. That's lovely. Um, okay, Lizzie, you're saying you talk to your brother every night before bed. That's lovely. And he does hear it. How could he not? And you're going up against your brother's medical team. Huh, interesting. So I did pick up that medical, that crossroads. Uh, okay, you follow your guts because you feel everything. Most of us feel everything right here in the stomach. We always know when something's off, something's not right. So go towards that, and we'll be here to to cheer you on, to know that everything seems to be the most difficult when you're right on the edge of a breakthrough. Yeah, I'm getting confirmation from spirit. Thank you. So, yeah, you're welcome. You're so welcome, Lizzie. Thank you. Anybody else would like a card? I also make sure I put other people's cards out of the deck. I believe in that because that was your card. It's not for anybody else. Absolutely. And I see Jennifer has joined us on a separate chat. I'm not able to bring her up for some reason. So I'm just going to pull it's not me, we, the collective. We're going to pull something for Jennifer. Thank you so much for being here. And guys, let me know where you're from. Where in the world are you? I'm in Newfoundland right now. I'm a nomad. I have been traveling around the world since 2021. And I work a lot with people and animals. And here's a secret, animals are way easier to deal with. No, sorry. Lizzie from Scotland. Oh my God. That is on my bucket. That's on my list. I want to go to the UK, then Ireland, and I have a friend in Glasgow, Scotland. All right. Sorry, Jennifer. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. See? Um, my mom my mom is Irish, and then there's some Scottish, and then I need to travel to Europe because there's Ukraine and Austria as well. So that would take care of all the ancestors that I know of in this lifetime. But I know I had a past life in Peru as well, and as a soldier, indigenous shaman, and a Buddhist. All right. Okay, Jennifer. Oh, love it. The Queen of Pentacles. You're in Glasgow. Of course you are. Would you happen to know Graham Hill? No. I can't assume that everybody in Glasgow knows each other. Okay. Queen of Pentacles, Jennifer. You could be dealing with an earth sign, Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo. You can see that she embodies everything that is Gaia, that is abundant. We're talking about money. Pentacles is money, being abundant, having that feminine power. She is as above, so below. So, really stepping into that kind of energy. Um, yeah, like I'm really feeling like you're stepping into this is really who you are at a soul level, but you're just discovering this about yourself, which is exciting. You're a healer. You're self-made. I mean, that really is what Queen is energy is all about. You're down to earth. You're generous. And your affirmation is I enjoy my deeply connected life and I lead it with an outpouring of warmth and abundance and love. And speaking of love, I feel like there was some type, I'm seeing a ring, like, so there's like some commitment or there's some type of commitment. So you let me know in the other chat if that's you. I'm also seeing a fluffy little white dog jumping, and he looks like a Pomeranian. I don't even know if Pomeranians are white, but or maybe it's one of those mini Eskimos. That's what I'm really seeing. So, really cute, really fluffy, energetic. I'm picking up like a grandmother energy, like it's your grandmother's dog, but it was almost like your dog because you spent a lot of time there. Wow. Okay. I love that. I love that. So, let me know if that resonates for you. Yeah, because I'm also on Instagram too, so that's why you're not seeing Jennifer. She's over here. She's on Instagram, but I'm trying to be across YouTube and Facebook as well, um, because you just never know where people are. Yeah. Yeah, you really got that queen energy going on. That's really what I feel. And then, in the pentacle, it's a star. So stars might be very symbolic for you, or you wish upon a star and things happen for you. So yeah, yeah, yeah. I see that, Lizzie. Thank you. I've got my moderator on it, so there's scams everywhere, and in everything. So we're definitely aware of that energy. Wow, wow. Well, if there's nobody else that is joining us that wants a card pulled or wants um, even I have brought people on live to do coaching as well because I do have a community called Soul Healers. I just launched a 1 year online course that has weekly coaching, group coaching. That is available, and really it's about because really that's why we're here is to heal our soul, to step into our intuition. We're all intuitive. We all have gifts. We all have talents. We all have abilities. And I help you realize them through your own self actualization. I don't tell you what to do. You have your own aha moments, epiphanies, light bulbs. Bing. Because that's how you learn, right? I can share all the knowledge in the world, and there's so much knowledge out there. But for you to actually do the work, that's where the growth and the healing happens. You have to do the work. And I call it soul work, or you can call it homework. It's really the same thing. So, yeah, that is available as well. I do this every January. If you've never done a dream board before, a vision board, we do them together. This is the fourth annual. It's a physical board. It is also a digital board. You can have both. Um, So there's that. And I also do online mediumship events and parties. And the next one is coming up in 2 days. And there's 4 tickets left. It's limited to 8 people because I want everyone to have a reading. So that I find that's really important. Wonderful, wonderful. And you can grab my book, Intuition Saved My Life. It's available on Amazon. It really is just about my dark night of the soul, dark to light journey. And then season 5 of the Heart Led Soul Fed podcast is live as much as it is live. It's not every week because I'm focused more on master classes like Unleashing Your Purpose. I'm focused on coaching. I'm focused on mentorships, events, community. So you can get all that information on my website. And if you need any links or any more information, you can't find something, just comment below, comment replay, and I will make sure you get the information. All right. Well, I'm sending you all so much love. Take care. And please remember healing begins where the ego ends. Bye bye. Mwah.